What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time for a review of album number 3 by Grouplove, an alternative indie pop band who have been pretty popular since 2011 with Never Trust a Happy Song, their album really breaking through into the alternative scene. They had 4 hit singles. I actually remember the night that I discovered Grouplove, and I was kind of blown away by how much I was loving them. And I still love those 4 singles on that record. Lovely Cup, Tongue Tied, Itchin' on a Photograph, and of course the song that started it all, the video that was in my recommended feed, Colors. And those are fantastic, euphoric alternative jams, just really showcased a lot of peppy energy between Hannah Hooper and of course Christian from this band. They have a great chemistry, male and female rotated vocals. It's always something that's interesting to me, and whenever a band can pull it off like they were doing then, I was on board. And Never Trust a Happy Song is something that I can still enjoy to this day. Their second record, Spreading Rumors, was a bit of a misfire in my opinion, just kind of all over the place, disorienting and dizzying to listen to, but surprisingly with album number 3, Big Mess being the album title here, you'd think maybe it was a little bit of everything, but honestly they feel a little bit more focused, which is welcomed of course, but a bit surprising. Grouplove took their time crafting this record. It's been 3 years since their last album, Spreading Rumors, came out, and things were a bit inactive on their social media, but they still kind of kept up with it. We're doing some tours, and finally we get the announcement of the lead single, Welcome to Your Life, and of course the album announcement as well. Welcome to Your Life does a successful job of capturing that youthful energy and just the passion that they found on their debut. They have this hip-hop leaning beat and instrumental that kind of wobbles in the background. I like that they find that with their rhythm a lot of the time. It's clear that that's a big influence with them, and electronic music as well, and we see traces of that scattered all throughout. And whenever you can do your influences, wear them like that, and it works out on songs like Welcome to Your Life, I say go for it. But on some of these other moments, it just gets a little bit tedious and repetitive, and especially in the vocal department that goes with it as well. Hooper doesn't do that great of a job on this album, if I'm being quite honest. She doesn't allow herself to be that great, and that's unfortunate that she's kept in kind of a limited role, especially on tracks like Spinning, and then the annoying Good Morning. At least her part of that track just gets very old as it kind of cycles over and over again. And I see her in this limited role, and I'm thinking she could have done so much better, because we see her in the past, even on some songs on this record, in a much better light, and it works out a whole lot better for her. Not saying that Christian fares all that much better here, because some of his roles and in some of his lyrical content just is subpar and just kind of out there, a little bit tacky and wacky, but overall, I think that maybe he stands out a bit more on Big Mess. Fortunately, those problems don't plague the entire record, and this record actually opens up on a pretty strong foot. They get 3 songs right out the door that are fantastic. I love the really infectious Welcome to Your Life, like I already mentioned. Monster of a chorus on that thing that you'll be singing along to in no time. Do You Love Someone coming right after that. I love the kind of weird, disorienting noises that open that one up. It's something that Grouplove have definitely tinkered with in the past, and it plays to their advantage here. And then Standing in the Sun. I like the acoustic guitars and kind of the downtrodden feel that this song opens up with before exploding into a more euphoric chorus. Grouplove definitely have a knack for making a very catchy song and kind of playing with the acoustic guitars and working in more electronic elements as well. Do You Love Someone is a perfect example of that working towards the end of this record. I think that one starts off with a nice little loop, some keyboard hits going on there in the background, working their way in, shifting with the drums and the bass, everything kind of culminating for a very, very solid chorus. One of my favorites on the entire record. And then we go out on a slower song, Hollywood, that's growing on me as well. I like the lyrical content that just leaves them feeling a bit jaded, it seems like, on the whole scene, the life maybe that they're living, and just everything that they see going on around them with fame and that sort of thing, and how it changes people. The middle of this record is the biggest section that I have a problem with. It's hard for me to make it through all those lyrical cliches and just some of the tropes that they've gone through in the past. They just feel a little bit recycled, but I do enjoy elements of these songs, and I want to like them. It's just that there's things that keep me from enjoying them fully. Spinning, I like the kind of daydreaming thing that I clearly see that they were trying to go for, especially with Hooper's vocals on this one. It's just that it doesn't really pay off in the long run because it feels a little bit too wandering. And Good Morning is a track that seems kind of fun at first, but then it just kind of gets on your nerves because it doesn't know where it wants to go. Traumatized was like that for me at first, but I really am starting to enjoy that one at least a little bit more. I don't know how much I'm going to be coming back to tracks like that, but I think they could grow on me over time. Enlighten Me is the final song in this kind of middle section that I wanted to touch on, because I see this as a little bit more somber of a tune, and Grouplove have proven that they can pull that off in the past. It's just that this one, even though I do enjoy what they're going for lyrically here, it just doesn't come off as a very interesting tune. In fact, it almost seems a little bit pandering, like they're trying to go for that slow, emotional tune, and it just doesn't feel that genuine. I think the best word that I could use to describe how I feel about a good chunk of songs on this record is just indifference. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. Another one that would apply to is Heart of Mine, that comes near the end of this thing. I just kind of see that as another standard Grouplove song. In fact, that applies to pretty much the middle section of this record for me. One standout in there being a major standout, I would say, would be the track Cannonball. I love the synthesizer in the background kind of forming and molding that entire track, and then that big kind of gang-styled vocal chorus that really just takes off. Reminds me a lot of something fun for summer. Too bad it's coming out in the fall because it makes me want to go do a cannonball in a pool. I'm pretty much torn right down the middle on this one, guys. I knew you wanted me to review a Grouplove album. Surprisingly, I have never done that up to this point. I don't know why, especially I didn't cover Spreading Rumors, but it was a pretty hectic month from what I can remember, September 2013. So I'm sorry I never got to a Grouplove album before. This is my first review of one of their records, and if you're wondering what I thought in terms of ratings on their past albums, for their debut, Never Trust a Happy Song, it's a 4 out of 5 for me. Spreading Rumors was a 2.5, and I'm going with a solid 3 for Big Mess. Thanks for watching this video and dropping a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because friends don't let friends go unsubscribe. If you'd like to check out another album review that you might like or a recent video that I did on this channel, try checking those annotations directly below me. All of my social media like Instagram and Twitter is in the description down below, and other than that, I will see you guys very soon right here on ARTV.